July 17th, 1994. The Rose Bowl, California. The World Cup final comes down to one single kick, and the man standing over the ball is the best football player on earth. Roberto Baggio, reigning World Player of the Year. He dragged Italy to this final almost by himself. He's buried pressure penalties his entire career. 12 yards, one shot. He runs up and sends the ball sailing over the crossbar. Not saved, not blocked, just gone into the California sky. Brazil are world champions, and the greatest player alive stands frozen on the grass, staring at the ground. Here's what should bother you about that moment. A penalty is the easiest shot in football. The ball reaches the goal line in about 400 milliseconds. That's faster than a goalkeeper can react. He can't wait to see where you shoot. He has to guess and jump, which means if you place the ball anywhere near a corner, physics says it goes in. Every professional can do that in practice, basically every time, and yet at the highest level, one penalty in 4 is missed. For years, everyone shrugged and called it bad luck, until one researcher decided to actually check and found out the misses aren't random at all. There's a pattern hiding in the footage, and the pattern says something deeply uncomfortable. The better you are, the more likely you are to miss. His name is Jordet, a sports scientist in Norway who has studied more penalty shootouts than probably anyone alive. World Cups, European Championships, hundreds of kicks, frame by frame, down to the millisecond. First discovery. He split the shooters into 2 groups. Players who had already won major individual awards, the superstars, and players who had not won anything yet, the nobodies. The nobodies scored almost 9 times out of 10. The superstars, around 65%. Sit with that. The most skilled, most experienced, most decorated players on the planet were the worst penalty takers on the field. Skill wasn't deciding who scored. Something else was. Second discovery. And this one you can see with your own eyes in any shootout tonight. Jordet timed how long each player waited after the referee blew the whistle. Players who gave themselves a moment, a full second or more, scored around 80%. Players who rushed, who fired almost the instant the whistle sounded, 57%. He noticed other tells too. Players who wouldn't look at the goalkeeper, players who turned their back on the goal right away while walking to their spot, little escape behaviors. Those players missed more because their legs were on the field, but their brain was already trying to leave. They weren't preparing to score, they were preparing for it to be over. And then, the darkest finding of all, Jordet compared 2 kinds of kicks. Kicks where scoring would win the shootout, and kicks where missing would lose it. Same distance, same ball, same goal. When a goal meant victory, players scored 92%. When a miss meant elimination, 62%. The ball doesn't know the difference, only the brain does. A brain chasing a win and a brain avoiding a loss are running 2 completely different programs. And the avoidance program is terrible at football. So what's actually breaking in there? Psychologists got the first piece back in 1984 when a researcher named Baumeister started making people choke in a lab on purpose. But the cleanest answer comes from a cognitive scientist named Baggio, who ran an experiment so simple it hurts. She took skilled golfers and asked them to pay close attention to their own technique while putting. Keep track of your swing. Notice your wrists. Exactly what pressure makes you do. Their performance collapsed. Then she did the opposite. Distracted them with a background task while they putted. They got better. Because here's the secret about any skill you've truly mastered. After thousands of repetitions, it doesn't live in your conscious mind anymore. It runs automatically in deeper circuits that work best, unsupervised. But pressure makes your conscious brain panic and grab the steering wheel. You start monitoring a movement that was never designed to be watched. Baggio calls it paralysis by analysis. It's like running down a staircase you've used 1,000 times. And suddenly thinking about what each foot is doing, that thought alone can make you fall. Now the whole pattern snaps into place. The superstar misses because he has the most watchers, the most to protect, the most reason to seize manual control of a kick that should run on autopilot. The rusher misses because escaping the moment feels safer than standing inside it. And whatever you do, don't miss is the one instruction that guarantees the wrong program loads. Which is why this was never really about football. That exam where you knew everything the night before and nothing when it mattered. The interview where you forgot your own accomplishments. The presentation where your voice betrayed you on slide 1. Same wiring, same hijack. You didn't lack ability. Your conscious mind grabbed controls it should have left alone, and the fixes are the ones written in Jordet's data. The players who paused scored more. So when the pressure spikes, your first move is to slow down, even one breath, while your brain reloads the right program, and aim your attention outward, at the target, at the corner of the goal, at the audience you're talking to. Never inward at your own moving parts. The skill is already in there. Watching it only breaks it. Which brings us back to Baggio, frozen on the grass in 1994. He didn't miss because he wasn't good enough. He missed in a way because he was too aware of exactly how much it mattered. The one moment his lifetime of automatic skill needed him to look away, and he couldn't. So the next time everything is on the line, remember what the data says about the easiest shot in football. Trying harder is how the best player in the world hit the sky. The goal is to get out of your own way.